Hey, I'm Binki. Welcome to Binki Babbles. This is the first instalment of a monthly series here at K.U.M FM. How's everyone doing? It's like 5 o'clock, right? I'm imagining you've finished work, you're having that post-work slump, or if you're lucky enough to not work on the weekends, you're gonna have a catch up with the gals this evening. Hopefully I'm your gal. This is a show I've been wanting to do for a while. Basically, just me figuring things out in real time, playing the tunes that have soundtracked my queer and trans journey so far. But it's also a show of two halves. I've got one of my favourite artists at the moment, Nat Oakes, coming in. She's going to be coming in at around 6. We're going to talk about all things music, her new EP, queerness, authenticity, that whole shebang. But yeah, I'm just going to play a song to start. This is Remind Me by Patrice Rushen. Yes, that was Remind Me, Patrice Rushen. She's one of my favorite artists right at the moment. But yeah, these are the tunes that I've been playing on my trips to Asda to get my groceries. I just kind of wanted to talk about like gender non-conformity and being perhaps visibly trans when you're like the thick of your queer journey and being in a public space whilst that is all happening around you. I've been finding the supermarket a really overwhelming place to be in, even though I love to cook. Like I made a mean lasagna yesterday. But anyway, I have been finding it, yeah, really overwhelming. And I think part of me thinks that's because the strangers who look at me or make eye contact with me, it's not that they're like voyeurs, like looking at my gender nonconformity. I think it's because those eyes, their eyes, become my own voyeur, and then I start to look at myself and think, oh my god, I look ridiculous, or I'm not the person I want to be, I haven't arrived there yet. But yeah, this next tune I play when I feel like this because I absolutely rinsed it when I took an impromptu trip to the Midlands. I think Leicester's in the Midlands. And yeah, I kind of had like this kind of romance thing for 5 days. And it reminded me to, yeah, take chances, be ridiculous, because you're going to be stronger than before. This is Stronger Than Before from Dionne Warwick. Hmm.
And if you don't believe what I say, you won't believe I'm not that way. And I never meant to turn the hurt around. I would be a fool to lose the love I found. And if you take me back, I'll let you know I'll be stronger than before. I will love you even more. Oh, I'll take you back if you come back. I'll take you anywhere you ever want to be. You're the light inside of me. Oh, I'll take you back if you come back to me. And if you heard the whole thing before, then once again I'll tell you more. I would be a fool to ever let you go, but I had to go away to finally know how much I need you back. I need your love. I'll be stronger than before. I will love you even more. Oh, I'll take you back if you come back. I'll take you anywhere you ever want to be. You're the light inside of me. Oh, I'll take you back if you come back to me. I'll be stronger than before. I will love you even more. Oh, I'll take you back if you come back. I'll take you anywhere you ever want to be. You're the light inside of me. Oh, I'll take you back if you come back to me. If you come back to me, come back, and I'll be stronger than before. I will love you even more. Oh, I'll take you back if you come back. I'll take you.
Hello, sorry for abruptly ending that song. It had such an amazing chorus at the end. Anyway, oh well. I'm just going to jump right into the next tune. This is Never Knew Love Like This Before.
I never knew love like this before. Now
That was Never Knew Love Like This by Stephanie Mills. I think I found that tune on the second series of Pose. I think it's in one of the episodes where this character Candy, I think she has a funeral and she's lip syncing the song at the end, and it's such a powerful, like, pivotal moment in the series. And I used to then, like, I think it was lockdown that I found it and watched the show, and I then was just like singing it in the shower like non-stop. But I think the tune reminds me to live as loudly and to love as loudly as Candy in that episode did, and just how like queer people, specifically queer POC people like Candy, really were like the benchmark for just living with so much joy. And like that's kind of what I want to bring to my Asda trips, you know? I want to make each Asda trip monumental, and lip sync for this song. But this next one is technically not 80s, it's like late 70s, but it's such an essential ingredient in getting me out the house when I really don't want to go and be seen, and it makes me excited to parade around. It's called Native New Yorker, it's by Odyssey. I literally was listening to it on the way. On the way here, I walked through, it was such a busy like Saturday market because it's like, is it bank holiday, I think? Yeah. And yeah, I was just like living my best life with my skirt is so low, like I think I had a builder's bum the entire day. But I was just like, yeah, this one is the right one. This is Native New Yorker, Odyssey. That was Odyssey with Native New Yorker. Such a humongous tune for me. Like, where did all our yesterdays go? Love can be like the Broadway show. Ah, oh my god. Yeah, I just wanted to touch on like what I was saying before I introduced the tune about wanting to feel a part of something when you're on this journey, on this queer journey. I feel like when I first came out as trans, which wasn't that long ago really, I felt like I had to shut myself away until like I was ready to be seen. Um, and I feel like a lot of my peers feel like that too. Um, but that tune in particular helped me get to a point where I was like, it's fine, like I'm beautiful the way I am right now and right here. And there's so much amazing things going around. I don't need to feel so self-conscious when I'm just trying to cook my damn lemon pasta. And that lemon pasta was banging. Add olives and raisins and you're on your way. This next tune is another Patrice Russian one. This is To Each His Own.
A person came to my front door just yesterday, wanting to know if I believed in what they say. I cannot say if your ideas are right or wrong, but you have yours and I have mine, to each his own. Say the ones without won't care or miss it anyway. If all men had the right to taste prosperity, I wonder why this choice is such a rarity. A baby's born a chance in life he does deserve. The choices that he has to choose from he soon learns. Are they determined by the color of his skin? Take the time to see what lies within. Understanding is the real thing. Ooh, to each his own. Sacrifice, compromise through foolish pride. Believe in life. To each his own. To each his own. Carry on to each his own.
That was another Patrice Russian tune, To Each His Own. I think I've chosen these tunes because they sit like at the start of the decade in the 80s, like 80, 81, and things from what I've read about that decade just felt really exciting, and like all this new technology, specifically in music. And yeah, I think that's kind of what I want to feel when I'm just doing like mundane things like running errands. I want to feel like it's exciting for me to be outside, and it's exciting for me to be on this journey, be on this queer journey. But I'm going to slow it down again for the next tune. It's one of the best Janet Jackson tunes of all time. And my friend Ben showed it to me, I think it was like 2 years ago in lockdown. And he was just doing like the most amazing lip sync performance ever. Like hands on the head, just like this way, left, right, shaking his bum, everything. I loved it. And yeah, I also play it at the end of the checkouts when I feel like everyone's annoyed at me because I'm lip syncing to this song and there's a massive queue waiting to leave the supermarket. But yeah, anyway, I also wanted to touch on it being difficult to be gender non-conforming, specifically in public spaces, because I don't think it's just difficult for us queer people. I think it's also very difficult for cis people too right now. And I think that's what this animosity that I've been feeling since being since coming out and being more visually queer in public, is that animosity that I'm feeling from these strangers isn't because they like don't like me or don't think I'm fit, but probably the opposite, because they feel that inside themselves that they've not quite come to terms with who they are. And I think that's especially poignant because I have like a secrets bottle in my room where like people who are like coming around to my house, like mutual friends, or like people who like, you know, are coming for the night and never come again. And I asked them to write a secret on like a piece of paper, and then they put it in this wine bottle, and I opened it like 2 weeks ago. And there was a few like really weird ones that I won't go into, but there was one that was really heartbreaking, and it was this person who I don't know who it is. I don't know whose handwriting it is. And they were talking about how they felt it was easier to be a man than to step into who they knew themselves to be, which was, well, they didn't know who they were. They thought, I'm something other than this. I'm not this. But I find it easier to stay in this binary world, perhaps because of the privileges afforded to themselves because of it. Maybe their behavior has been a little bit bad and they're ashamed of that. But I resonated with that secret that they put in, and I wanted to dedicate this song to them. It's Let's Wait a While, Janet Jackson, because everything is going to be fine.
There's something I want to tell you. There's something I think that you should know. It's not that I shouldn't really love you. Let's take it slow. When we get to know each other, and we're both feeling much stronger, then let's wait a while. Before it's too late, let's wait a while. Our love will be great, let's wait a while. Before we go too far. I didn't really know not to let all my feelings show, to save some for later, so our love can be greater. You said you would always love me. Remember I said the same thing to you. Don't have to be frightened with my love, because I'll never give up on you. Let's wait a while before it's too late. You know you can't rush love, love. Let's wait a while. Before it's too late, let's wait a while. Wait a while. Our love will be great. Let's wait a while. Wait a while. Before we go too far. Let's wait a while. Let's just take our time. It's too late. Let's wait a while. Love's so good, we should never rush it. Let's wait a while. Slow it down before we go too far. Ooh. La 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 da 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 I promise I'll be worth the wait.
That was Let's Wait a While, Janet Jackson. I think the tunes from like that era of R&B, like 80s R&B, is so earnestly cheesy that it's like not cheesy anymore, and I don't know whether to laugh or cry when I play that song. It's quite an emotional one, but yeah, I'll link the playlist to this first half of the show and then Nat's playlist when she comes along at 6. On Instagram after at binky.elsbury. I've actually found some of the secrets from the secret wine bottle in my journal. I think a few of them are just like, I know who Banksy is, or I've been using your razor all year without your knowledge. I didn't like that one. I think that was probably one of my housemates. But yeah, I think what I learned from that specific secret that that person had put in was that it can be, you can get so caught up in just like the everyday errands that you have to run, like going to Asda or having a shower or shit like that. And I think that's probably why I put off stepping into my own identity, was because I was so overwhelmed by all the little things because I hadn't owned who I was. And I always play that tune also when I need to remind myself that I have really good friends who are going to be there for me. But yeah, I think also, what time is it? I think Nat's going to be coming along soon. But yeah, this next one is one of the last ones. It's called I Need Your Lovin' by Tina Marie. And yeah, it's one of my favourite ones. I just had to pause the song. I'm so sorry if you're vibing, but I found my caramelized linguine recipe, which I wrote after I went to Asda the other day. And if you want a really tasty meal, oh my god, it's basically you shred like 2 courgettes, and then you like fry it on like excessively high heat with like garlic and basil, and then you just like let it sit in the pan covered for like an hour, and then you have this like gorgeous caramel brown sauce. Yeah, I just thought I'd share that. I literally just found it, but I'll keep playing the song. Hello, welcome back to Binki Babbles. I hope you enjoyed those tunes. I did like a little quick change and that arrived.
Hello.
Hi, hello.
Hey, how's
How
it
are
going?
you?
I'm great. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good. I feel like I got all the nervousness out.
You're doing great.
Had a
See.
little dance and a boogie. Yeah, how's your day been?
Yeah, good. I woke up very late at 12 o'clock
Yeah.
because it's bank holiday, and then forced myself to go to the gym. Had a wander, and now I'm here. So
Nice.
great.
I feel like everyone went day drinking yesterday
What happened yesterday?
because the bank holiday. I feel like people are pacing themselves.
Yeah, I think I finished work on Thursday, and then again kind of took it easy, but yeah, I don't know. I might go out tonight. We will see.
Nice. I think there's Crotch this evening.
Is it?
Yeah.
Where is it?
I think it's Loco Club.
Loco Club.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I might go there then.
Yeah.
That'd be so fun.
It will be fun. I think I've got tickets. I think
Nice.
I booked them so long ago. I can't
Nice.
remember.
No, I'd love to.
Yeah, I think I had the same thing today. I woke up really late and then I was like, what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna have a shower and eat and get ready.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I wanted to first start off by talking about your new single,
Yeah.
Tightrope.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's it going?
It's going really well. So I released it, I think last Friday.
Yeah.
But I thought I'd give you a bit of a backstory to it.
Yeah.
So I went on a songwriting camp with two of my producers, so K.U.M and Mystery, and we had a really nice little retreat booked in the Cotswolds. So we went and songwrote for like 5 days.
Nice.
It was great.
That's
And
where I'm from.
really?
Yeah, I went to secondary school in Chipping Sodbury.
No way.
That's
I'm
like
from
near there.
Gloucester.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in Chipping Campden.
Yeah, I think that's like not too far
Yeah,
from Chipping
no,
Sodbury.
completely. It was so
I don't know my
nice.
geography. But
Yeah, no, it was so nice. And beautiful, picturesque, and yeah, I was writing Tightrope at literally 1 a.m. in the morning. And it just came from a jam, and there's a really funny what's it called? I don't know, not rumor. There's like a really funny thing that people say that I have a thing where I just write songs about my ex-girlfriend, which isn't true.
yeah.
But it's nice that I think people can kind of get what they want from the song, so I leave it quite open. But yeah.
I thought that you were talking about yourself.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Because I think like maybe I got that like sometimes if you're like a creative, you feel the need to impress
That's such a good
or like be
analogy.
someone who you aren't and like present this persona like wherever you are on your musical journey.
Yes.
I was like, I think that's what Nat's talking about.
Do you know what? It's so open, so I'm so happy that you say that.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the songs that I've written have that dual perspective of writing about someone else but also writing about myself. So like Backseat Driver as well, for example, like I kind of, when I was writing it in my mind, I was writing about my parents and how sometimes it felt like a bit too hard to please, but also past relationships I had, but also kind of internal struggles that I have with trying to impress myself or please myself. So yeah, Tightrope is also along a similar line.
I think I read in, I think it was like the Wonderland premiere of Backseat Driver, that you said that Backseat Driver was about embracing yourself, right, and like stepping into trying to ignore all of like the noise that's going on about who you should be. I think you spoke about like your appearance as well in that premiere.
Yeah,
and
I
that's
did.
something that you were struggling with at the time.
Yeah, because I am quite a masculine presenting person, and I'm from Ghana, and it's a very hostile place at the moment for LGBT people, and I think I've kind of really come into my element, especially this year. But going to uni in Bristol, was a really big step towards just feeling a lot more confident and comfortable within myself. And I think Backseat Driver, again, I wrote that at a time where I was really starting to feel that. So I wanted to pay tribute to that.
What do you think the biggest difference was from moving from Gloucester to Bristol?
Oh gosh.
Was there, obviously because there's more noise, I guess.
It was a mammoth difference, actually, I think. So I moved to Bristol firstly for uni, but also picked the town that I wanted to go to based on wanting to pursue music and wanting to feel a lot more myself, and I've definitely blossomed here. But I think I still feel it now, you know, going back to Gloucester, I step off at the train station and it's like a completely different world. And I still feel I feel like I become my younger self again every single time I go back there. But Bristol's really, really nice because it's like you can go on the street and everyone's dressed exactly how they want to dress and feel the way that they want to feel. So it's definitely something I think I'm quite connected to Gloucester, and it's something that I'm really trying to push for with the charity that I work with. But yeah, it definitely has a long way to go.
Yeah, I feel similarly about like Chipping Sodbury. I feel like when I step off the train from Temple Meads, I always feel that I'm like 16-year-old me again. And even like the music that I was listening to at the time when I was in Chipping Sodbury would be very escapist.
Yeah.
It was kind of like the music I was playing in the first half was like when I was talking about like my trips to Asda. And we actually met in Asda.
We did, yeah, for the first time.
I walked up to you, I was like, I've been listening to your music for
Oh.
a while. Like, yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, about Chipping Sodbury. And like the tunes that I was playing just then, it was always about like creating like a different world where I wasn't where I was, like musically.
Yeah.
Do you think that's maybe what you're doing with your music? You're trying to create another world, or is it like very much about who you're with right now? I don't know.
You know, I think something that I've really found from the shows that I play, and even like looking at my demographics and stats on Spotify and Apple Music, is that I've managed to reach this really all-encompassing audience. And like I go to shows, sometimes I'm performing in front of like 13-year-olds, and sometimes they're like 60 or 70-year-olds. Sometimes they're queer people, sometimes they're the most straightest road men like you'll ever see.
Did you play Reading?
I did play at Reading, yeah.
What was that crowd
on
like?
a bus. It was really funny actually.
Yeah.
It was fun. It wasn't crazy busy, but again the audience was really eclectic and it was really hyperactive and fun. But yeah, I think it's just so nice knowing that my music kind of reaches a lot of different people. And yeah, I think that's kind of my main focus. I just want to kind of push the boundaries a little bit, and I don't want to necessarily just be known as a queer artist.
Yeah.
I think being queer is definitely the forefront of my identity, but it's also nice that it can kind of take a backseat in the sense of people from other demographics who wouldn't have necessarily thought to listen to a queer artist still will, and kind of find themselves within my music. So
and I think you do that so well in the tunes that you've released so far, because I think you address your identity and your relationships and your history we're like in like a breezy way. That makes any sense. Like it feels like that is just what you're going through rather than it being like, this is who I am.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think, you've hit the nail on the head. Like, everyone experiences these kinds of relationships, and I think that's one of the things that binds us and, I don't know, connects us. So, like, I use different pronouns. Like, obviously, I am in a relationship with a woman. I've been in relationships with them, and so that's naturally what I talk about.
Yeah.
And it's, honestly, in my perspective, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's nice for it to not be a big deal. And when I perform, like, everyone sings the songs back. And again, the pronouns don't necessarily, I guess, marginalize any one person, because it's just like I'm speaking about my own experience, but the rest of the lyrics are, I guess, transferable to any other situation that someone might be in. So.
And you were talking about like the eclectic crowds. I felt that at your Beacon release party.
Yeah.
There were so many people who I was like, oh, I think I've like known you peripherally. And I was like, hi, we've like bumped past each other.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah. It was an amazing launch. How did you think it went?
Thank you. Oh, it was bonkers. Like, I wasn't expecting to sell more than 20 tickets and then another 25 off the guest list.
Yeah.
And it ended up, we sold like 130 tickets, I think. It's a really great crowd. Like, I was wanting to teach people the lyrics, and they already knew the lyrics to the songs. So, it was amazing.
I think my favourite moment was, I think it was Tightrope, or was it Hard to Forget, when you went into the crowd?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't know. It might have even been BAFTA.
Okay.
One of the newer singles, but yeah, I did that a couple of times.
Yeah, I think maybe it was hard to forget the one
Right.
that I remember.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That was
such a great
fun.
moment.
It was so fun. Like, I think what I also really enjoyed about that gig was that there wasn't like a platform, so I was like literally just level with the crowd, and it meant that like I could really engage with you guys a lot more. So yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, but how? Obviously, that's quite like a milestone, right? Like how has it been getting to that milestone? Like, what has been your maybe proudest achievement so far in like overcoming anything, or how much work it's taken to get there? I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's a really big question
It
because
is,
like
sorry.
no, that's great. I'm just gonna go on a rant now.
Yeah,
But
do it.
because I've been doing music properly since I was like 18.
Yeah.
I'm 22 now, so that's not a crazy amount of time. And I guess I've performed quite a lot within that space of time, which I'm really lucky to have done. And even since the start of this year, I've done like 15 shows, and I have another like 5 or 6 booked for this month. So it's been hectic, and I learn more and more from each one. But wait, what was your question again?
The question was like, maybe what's your proudest achievement so far?
Proudest achievement.
Yeah. Or like,
I think I've definitely done a lot, and I'm so proud of a lot of different things that I've done, so that's a very hard question. However, I did a headline show back in have you heard of Coco Camden?
No, I don't.
No?
Think so,
Okay,
no.
so in London I got invited to open up this venue after it had burnt down in a fire, and I did their
Crazy.
cafe. I reopened it for Cafe Coco, which is just like a side venue off their main one. Like Amy Winehouse has performed there, like it's huge. And that sold out, and it was incredible. But also in Bristol, like I've supported Pip Millet. That was like an amazing moment for like a crowd of like 2,000 people, which is the biggest like indoor crowd.
Yeah.
And then Love Saves the Day, that was outside on the main stage just before Shy FX, and that was like 4,000 to 5,000 people, which is like bonkers.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Saying out loud.
And I feel like Pip as well, like she's been such like a, like for me when I was in Chipping Sudbury, I was always listening to like, was it Try a Little Tenderness?
Yeah,
Yeah, I was always listening to that tune.
So good.
And I think maybe my question is like, how do you think we as like queer creatives should position ourselves when we're in those kind of genres that maybe are not queer focused, like R&B or hip hop? Yeah.
Oh, that's a really good question. I think, at least from the way that I come at it, I speak about what's important and what's important to me. And you've kind of got to figure out, firstly, why you're doing music in the first place. And I think it's really easy to kind of make music that is just purely for, I guess, monetary kind of benefit. But
or cynically targeting.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think that like pop genre is like really coined towards that, but at the same time I quite struggle actually to pinpoint the genre that I make. I kind of always say that I make hip hop and neo soul, alternative soul kind of music, but I don't think it necessarily fully encapsulates what I'm doing.
I hear a lot of like indie rock as well.
So it's like a really weird thing, and I spoke to a producer called Swindle about it. He's amazing, and he's produced with like Koji Radical and like literally Little Sims and everyone. And he was like, it's quite a common theme that a lot of black people especially will find themselves just identifying their genre as hip hop, just because that's kind of what it's typically associated with. But I think to answer your question, you just have to figure out firstly why you're doing it. And the reason I'm doing it, at least, is because I love performing, I love connecting people, and I love just being able to put my thoughts out across to an audience. So I think it's just about forging your own path, really. And at least with the genre question, in terms of, rather than like trying to ascribe myself a genre, I kind of think of myself within soundscapes. So I think that my sound takes a lot of inspiration from Miss Lauryn Hill, Queen Latifah, Laurel Kana, Tyler the Creator, and like Arlo Parks.
Mhm.
So that's kind of where I situate myself. And
I think
yeah.
movies or TV series when I think of your music
Oh really?
instead of like artists.
Nice.
Yeah, when I was listening to Backseat Driver for the first time, I was thinking of like, have you ever seen it's not Skins, it's the other one, it's called Teachers.
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Yeah, I mean, when I'm like trying to promote my music or something, I literally think about sync. I think like,
Yeah.
where could I see this?
Yeah.
So that's really funny that you say that.
Yeah, I was thinking Teachers when he's like riding the bike
Mhm.
in the first episode,
Mhm.
and he's like going to school to teach his kids.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I think especially that's something that I really want to do. Actually, I really want to do more sync
Mhm.
deals. I think that my style would go really well with TV
Mhm.
and movies. So that's the next step.
Who would you cast as like a leading character in like a TV series where your music was the soundtrack?
Oh my gosh, that's such a hard question.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Who would I cast? As in, like,
Wait, maybe if it's like a coming of age story, a queer coming of age story, and like, yeah, who would you cast? Like,
do you know what? So I'm gonna kind of skew your question a bit,
Yeah, do
but
it.
I think I would love to see a TV show where it's like university students, kind of like in a similar style to Fresh Meat. Have you? Yeah, where it's like a bunch of university students kind of like figuring themselves out
Yeah.
and going through that like really important time of just you finish school and that first bit, especially like your first year, it's
Yeah.
just like crazy.
yeah.
And like you're going on all these different experiences and meeting different people.
Mhm.
I don't know necessarily who I'd cast, but I think it would be such an eclectic like group.
Ensemble
Yeah,
cast.
it would
Yeah.
that'd just be great, because then even you know how you've got that person at school who like nobody really batted a second eyelid to, and
In
then
what way? Sorry.
as in like in I think of myself kind of like in this way, because I was such a nerd at school.
Yeah.
I was head girl, I will say it.
Nice. Yeah.
And
Me
it
too,
was
I had
just
like the senior student.
really
Yeah.
I had a gown, it was great.
Whoa.
But like I was so shy, I didn't really have a friendship group.
Yeah.
And then coming to university, I just blossomed so much.
Yeah.
And I think seeing that kind of like character development in someone would be really, really cool. And my music could accompany as well.
Yeah. And I think maybe like soundtracking the feeling that a lot of us who've moved, well, for me, like I've moved in and out of Bristol like my whole life, but when I moved from secondary school to when I had my gap year in back at home in Shippen Sudbury and then came to uni here, I almost had the opposite. It was like my first year was like me going into myself, like becoming more introverted and more. Before that, I would have thought I was like a people person or whatever. But I think I would like to see your music soundtracking like that Fresh Meat kind of story where queer people have moved from like suburban areas to urban areas and try and like to navigate like, what does it mean to be surrounded by so many people?
Yeah.
And when you only like know one other queer person. I mean, what was it like in Gloucester?
Oh man. I think I came out kind of to my mum. It didn't go down very well. And it was definitely like a weird experience, because when I was at school, I came out by accident, really. I remember being in chemistry and people were whispering, and then someone was like, Nat, are you gay? And I was like, what? No. Like I'd never thought about it.
Yeah.
And then I went home and did all the are you gay tests
Yeah.
on the internet.
But
and
it's
then
almost like when people say that, I'm like, but I haven't fallen in love yet.
yeah, no, like
So,
I'm
like, how do I
15
know?
years old.
Yeah.
And that kind of like started the whole journey for me. And then told my friendship group, that kind of like was a bit messy.
Yeah.
But then it wasn't until first year that I shaved my hair, quite a bold move.
university.
Yeah. But shaved my hair and kind of just was with all these different people that I could like reinvent myself, basically. And even with that whole storyline, like if there were to be a show, like it goes like opposite ways for people, you know. Some people loved school and then really struggle. Like university's a really like big place to struggle in. So
definitely.
yeah.
Is that something that you're trying to weave into the themes of this new EP, or is it about getting people moving? Or
In terms of the EP,
yeah,
The EP was mostly kind of about relationships of not necessarily love relationships, but kind of like I got the idea when I was in my second year uni house, and I've been making it for like over a year. It's so overdue. But I was sat on the balcony of my house, my student house, and I saw this like big white house opposite, and there were loads of different people on different levels, and it just made me think about how people are at such different stages of their lives, and it's so easy to walk past someone in the street and not have a clue what they're going through. But again, everyone's going through something completely different, and I just wanted to kind of see how I could experiment with that.
That's kind of like what I was talking about in the first half, was like when you're bumping around like in the supermarket and you're walking past all these people and you feel so like within yourself and like self-conscious about how you look or being on your own or that kind of thing, but you don't realize that like those people who are giving you looks or looking you up and down are also feeling the same way. And like
Completely.
I think maybe that's kind of what I want to do with this show. I know there's probably some people from Chipping Sudbury listening. Let's be real.
I hope they are.
Yeah, and I think that I want more people who outside of the queer community, like you do with your music, to kind of understand that like what I'm talking about is like not specific to queerness or transness. It's like you're doing it too. Like transition is such a malleable word. Like it doesn't even have to mean anything queer. Yeah,
I think especially off the back of that, like kind of just going back to how I have so many different intersectionalities. Like I'm black, I'm a woman, I'm queer, I'm masculine presenting. I have but quite a lot of disadvantages in quotations. But at the same time, it's just nice that there's so many different ways of telling my story. And that's something that should be shared. And I think, you know, previously there's this whole thing in the media about how multiculturalism has failed, and how people are struggling to live side by side together in society, especially in Britain. But I think platforms like this are really important because you can have so many different people from so many different demographics listening, and sharing within something. So yeah, at the same time, like I love playing at such a different variety of festivals and shows, and it's quite funny with the support slots that I've played because I've supported the likes of Pip Millett to someone called Masterpiece, who's like a indie rock.
I was also thinking of Masterpiece when I was listening to your tunes. And
Masterpiece is awesome. Indie rock music. And then I've also supported Manga Saint Hilaire, who's grime, like played with JME. He was in a band with JME and Skepta, and it's like, how on earth am I the person that's supporting all of these different people? But it seems to work. So
is that, do you think, from the help of music? Is it Music Works?
Music Works.
Yeah.
So the Music Works, I'll tell you a bit of a, and I'll give you a bit of a description. So when I was like 17, it was just before lockdown, and I started to teach myself guitar kind of a couple of years later, and songwriting. The Music Works was a charity run by this guy called Malachi Patterson, who's now kind of my manager in quotation marks. But he took me to the studio first time. I recorded my first EP, Keeping Up Appearances, there, and one of the songs, One of a Kind, got put on an editorial playlist and just went crazy. Like I was side by side with like Sam Smith. Got a lot of listens in America, and that kind of spurred me on to kind of keep carrying on with music. And honestly, like it's been so great having their support, because I was on an artist development program for like 3 years and I'm not on it anymore. Definitely gave me a lot of confidence, but I've kind of like, I'm completely independent. So what's nice is that a lot of the gigs and stuff that I've just gotten on my own. People reach out to me, or like, for example, I emailed Thekla asking if I could like just shadow them, and they gave me a contract to like hire me. So
wait, as in like for successive gigs?
No, so for like I just wanted to gain a bit more experience behind the scenes in the music industry, and I was like, I'd just love to shadow you for a week or something. And they hired me to book 2 of their festival stages at Harbourside. And since then I kind of maintained a connection with DHP family, who were the leading bookers for shows. So yeah, that's.
I think kind of those opportunities behind the scenes. I remember talking to, I don't know if you know, it's called Luna Cali.
Name really rings a bell.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
They like frequent like the family business. I think that's the jazz.
I'm not
jam
sure.
At Calais, but they were talking about.
Oh,
Like,
family business. Yeah, of course, yeah.
And they were talking about like wanting to do like sound engineering as well as being like singing and being an artist and writing, and it being that she felt that the knowledge was gate kept by those men.
100%.
Yeah. And do you feel like, how do you feel like you've been able to break through and have the knowledge for yourself, I guess, and like share it with other people? I don't know.
The answer to that is I'm still trying to break through it.
Yeah.
I think both in terms of being an artist and also trying to gain experience behind the scenes in the industry, because the music work's definitely helped, because I had workshops for things like how to make money from music, but there's still certain areas that like I'm having to like do a lot of deep digging myself and kind of get pro bono help from lawyers to literally just be able to understand like what I have access to. Like I didn't know that if, for example, someone offered you free studio time to record a single, anything you record there is the intellectual property of that person. They own it.
Okay.
And
no,
you'd have to buy it back essentially, which is bonkers. And I only found this out like a month ago. So there's still definitely a lot to learn, but I think that's why it's so nice that I've made such a connection, so many connections in Bristol, especially because a lot of knowledge is shared, and I never try to gatekeep information, but I'm a big one for networking, so I message everyone constantly. Yeah.
With those people that you're working with to make those tunes in the studio, do you feel understood by them when you're songwriting? Do you feel like you can talk about your experiences and then them give you an idea back musically that fits? Obviously it has, obviously, because you're making EP, but I wonder how that process like came about.
Yeah, it's different. So for example, my producer Cal, like we worked really well together. It was a really long process. Like I've been making this EP since I was in my second or third year of university, so a long time. I've graduated now. But I think it's really important that you have a level of trust with whoever it is that you're working with, and honesty is just so important, because something I've developed since I was first starting out to now is just having confidence within my own voice. And I've been working with a lot of male producers especially, and being a female, sometimes I think I have to, in my mind, just like believe in myself, my own opinion, and not be scared to kind of put my own voice through. So that's kind of it.
And like maybe using their own story to help you tell your story rather than have to merge them, if that makes any sense.
I think to be honest, it depends on the kind of project you're creating. I think for the second EP now that I've made, it was definitely a kind of a joint effort, because I was still trying to find my sound. I've got like 5 singles lined up ready for release, hot off the press, which is really fun.
That's exciting.
But like I feel like I've definitely come into myself a bit more ready for these next few releases, but that's not at all putting a damper on this EP, because it's so important and I've loved making it, and I'm very proud of it. So it's just a long process, and I'm still 22 and I've not been doing music for very long, so it's exciting. I feel like for me, when I was like digging through your old stuff, I could really see that when your first EP, I think the cover art was your face was kind of like askewed. But then obviously now with the artwork that you've been like teasing, it's like you looking at the camera, like very like, I'm here. Do you think was that conscious, I guess? That's such a good observation. I think I looked great in those earlier photos, but I made the cover art myself, and I still wasn't so confident about having my face on it, and it's so telling, even the fact that you've realised it. And now I just feel so much more confident, and at the end of the day, if you're going to be an artist, like, you've got to be front and center of it, regardless of how anxious that might make you feel. So I think I'm finally kind of confident in the way that I look and present. So yeah,
I think me too. I feel like it's definitely a difficult process. I think for me, like, femininity has always been short hair, which is like, obviously when you were talking about shaving your hair, that maybe that was like you, well, I don't want to speak for you obviously, but that was you discovering your different side to your femininity as well, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting one again, because like, so firstly I had a bit of alopecia from stress. So it was kind of like a joint thing of, I could get a weave or I could just cut it down and like figure out what I'm doing. But I think especially in terms of wanting to understand where I stood in terms of my identity, that was such a big move, because all of a sudden I was getting to go to barbers, and I felt a lot more confident getting clothes from the men's section and things like that. And even like the pictures that I take now, like, I feel so confident in I guess the way that I present myself. So yeah, I still getting there, definitely, but feeling a lot more comfortable in where I am.
Yeah, I feel that too. I think it's like, it's all about how you perceive that action, like cutting your hair. What, like, it was for you something that for me, when I was like, would I want to grow my hair out? I was like, no, because that's what makes me feel feminine. You know, it's like, I feel like everyone's experiences in the queer community are overlapping, but it's just how you code those different signals of gender or signals of identity. I mean, maybe did you want to touch on like how you got to that stage of being really confident?
Yeah.
Or obviously, trying to feel confident.
Yeah.
Being confident.
You know, music definitely helped. It kind of forced me, because all of a sudden, especially with the attention that the music was getting, I had to be in the news, or like I've had to do things like this, so I just had to speak about it. Obviously not being forced. But like, it's just, I think it's
contrived, maybe.
But I think also, like, it's just trying to force yourself to take those steps, and it definitely takes a lot of motivation from yourself within. But I think the people that I've surrounded myself by and have chosen to surround myself by have really helped. I feel so comfortable with them, which is really important. But again, I'm still getting there, but I think I just realised that it was so much more effort trying to be someone that I'm not than actually just naturally doing what I think is right and comfortable for myself. So it more came from a sense of, I can't be bothered to try and put up this fake pretense for the rest of my life.
And then channel that into a song that is then done. I mean, how are you navigating like feelings of visibility, maybe like musically as well, as you're like starting your journey?
Visibility, I think what's really nice now about the position I'm in is that I feel like I'm becoming a bit more of a role model, or I guess kind of, I'm trying at least to forge a path in the sense that other people can also feel like they can do what they want to do.
Because you had those people, right, like with like Next Level, isn't it? So you want to do that for yourself and for other people.
And like, for example, when I was playing my show in London, I played a show previously in Camden and then picked up some people who ended up coming to my headline. And a couple of them were, there was this really, really sweet kid called Rain, and Rain was like, Rain was like 12 or something, or like 8, and was transgender. And their mum brought them along, and that was like their surprise for their birthday or something. And I went over to the door and they had their eyes closed and literally just like ran to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so nice. Like I've got this like little trans kid who's like come to my show, and their mum like still follows me on Instagram, and it's just so nice that I can give something back to someone. And even within myself, like I don't identify as trans, but even the fact that other queer kids can look towards me and look towards what I'm doing, and feel really excited by it is like so nice. It's such a good feeling.
It's like a feeling throughout the queer community, isn't it? It's like that even if we haven't figured ourselves out, whoever we are, however we identify, we still get to make things and like have fun and be joyous. That's probably what they like saw in you, I guess.
Yeah,
it's like I'm just making things.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not like I have like stepped into this going, I'm gonna be the next lesbian Jesus, you know what I mean? Like, that's not at all like what I'm trying to do, but it's really nice that
I mean, you could be.
I could, yeah. I wouldn't say no to it, but it's just nice that I think I'm able to connect with people, and people find genuine joy in coming to my shows and spending money at my shows. Like, if I could make a show free, I would. Just to get people together. But it's great.
It's not a vanity project, is
no,
what you're saying.
Not at all. Like, I think obviously being a musician, people think about fame instantly. But again, it's where your intentions lie. So yeah, I think my intentions more lie with wanting to make music that reaches a lot of people. And every time I get a message from someone saying that I've like made their day or something, that is like ultimate satisfaction. So
I think that was kind of like my frustration in Bristol in first year, was I felt like when I was like going out or going to see gigs and going to listen to music, that the queerness that I was seeing was very like over there, if that makes any sense, very image based, and because like you couldn't break through the like parade of like wanting to be seen, which is kind of what I touched on in the first half, like wanting everyone to look at you. But I think that that's really what music or what the journey should be about, is like just having a conversation rather than being like, this is what I think you should love. Do you know what, like, it sounds ridiculous, but like I think especially doing the Bristol Beacon show, I realised how much I hate having my face on things. Which is really funny because I'll do it, and like TikTok is a huge thing, obviously. Now, if you want to be a musician, you also have to be a content creator, as well as your own admin assistant, as well as like, I don't know, just everything. And I had to have these like, I did like a marketing session as well with Bristol Beacon, which was so good and so helpful. But I literally, like, having spoken to like my management, I literally spent like an entire day, or like the entire week was literally just talking about me, and I was like, oh my gosh, like how have I like just spent the entire week talking about myself? Just like, when is this over? Like, it's horrible, but I think it is also like a nice, I guess, mindset to have, because it shows that it's not like I'm just trying to like shove myself down people's throat, but I just want to share what I'm doing and make it reach as many people as possible. So yeah, it's definitely something I'm still trying to deal with, but at the end of the day, that's kind of just what the industry is like now. So yeah. You touched on role models just a bit before. Who were your role models like growing up, like other than Lesbian Jesus?
I'm gonna say growing up and now. I think firstly someone called Lava LaRue. Really big role model. And when I was in first year, I did something with BBC Introducing, and I did like an interview for them, and I spoke about Lava. They instantly followed me back on Instagram and have taken me under their wing, which is so nice.
They were one of my first concerts ever.
Really?
Yeah, like 16, I was in, do you know St. Brendan's College? Yeah, and it was like just before lockdown.
Wow.
And me and my friends went to see them at, where was it? The Exchange.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It was like one of the first outside of London dates,
yeah,
I think.
That must have been so early in Lava's career.
Yeah, because I was like 16.
Wow.
Yeah, we've been listening to Lava LaRue, me and my friends, for like
ages. Lava LaRue, definitely. Like, even when I went to the studio first time, and my manager was like, oh, like, who's like a big inspiration musically? I was like Lava LaRue.
Yeah.
So that and Miss Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
Little Sims especially, but also outside of music, I really looked to Jessica Ennis Hill.
Yeah.
Like, I always thought I was going to be an athlete.
Yeah.
Literally, music kind of just fell in when I was...
You just came from the gym.
I did,
don't
yeah.
Stop now.
I know, but yeah, I love rugby still.
Yeah.
But yeah, just those guys mainly, I'd say. They're my big inspirations.
How do you think you're finding your own sound through those musical influences? How do you think are you trying to move away from them, or are you trying to merge them, or?
Definitely a mixture. I think, my Gloucestershire accent's coming out now. I think, obviously I'm not trying to copy anyone. There's something that I do know is kind of like the roots of what kind of music I want to make. So I know that I love making boom bap kind of beats. I love making beats where I can interact with the crowd and like get your hands moving or get you dancing. And I like it when it's a bit more upbeat. So that's kind of the three principles that I'm going by at the moment.
And in the layered like vocal harmonies that I hear that like in all of those artists that you said, like Lava and Lauryn Hill, is like that stacked.
Yeah. I will do like 100 stacks of vocals in a recording session. So yeah, again, it's like, it's not like whenever I go into the studio, I never think I want to sound like this person or this person, but I think it does just happen naturally. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I literally, when I was listening to some of the tunes, I was like, I'm hearing that everywhere. Like, where's Nat's voice?
Oh man,
because it's obviously all stacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, should we get into some of the tunes?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Should we plug ourselves in?
Sure thing.
Is it all charged?
Yeah, it's good.
Nice. I think it's like the Bluetooth. What was it called, sorry?
It's the Flying Tigers 3 something. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me
Nice.
just get this going.
I like got a little USB for the first time. I was like so proud of myself.
Bless
Like,
you.
I'm gonna buy these tunes.
Is this the aux?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flying something.
Is the Bluetooth on? Is the mics on?
I can't find the flying.
I'll come and help.
Oh, it's fine.
Thank you. Mics off.
We're so live. It's fine.
Oh my god.
There we go.
Oh,
is the
it's
Bluetooth
literally
on?
just come
Ah,
on.
Right, amazing.
Yay.
There we go. Right. That should be all up. Yeah, if you want to start playing music, I will turn it up for you.
Nice.
Okay, so how loud do you want my
All the way up if possible.
Okay,
Cool.
cool.
Amazing.
Right.
What have you called the playlist?
I call it Nat Oaks
Oh,
Come
nice.
Radio.
Nice.
Sweet. So this first song is Shackles Praise You by Mary Mary.
Cool.
Show is hot out here. No, I don't mind though. Just glad to be free. You know what I'm saying? What you wanna do? Yeah, yeah. Feel me? What you gonna do?
In the corners of my mind, I just can't seem to find a reason to believe that I can break free. 'Cause you see, I have been down for so long, feel like all hope is gone. But as I lift my hands, I understand that I should praise you through my circumstance. Shackles on my feet so I can dance. I just wanna praise you. Just wanna praise you. Just wanna praise you. Just wanna praise you. You broke the chains, now I can lift my hands. I can lift my hands. I'm gonna praise you.
Nice. I love that tune.
Me too.
Why did you choose this one?
It's a track that I listen to when I'm strutting down the road, feeling like a main character.
Nice.
And yeah, I don't know, it's just a feel good song. That's kind of it.
yeah, no, I get that.
But yeah.
We were talking before when it was playing, because it sounds like Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, I should know this.
But we're not sure.
I'm not sure.
No.
I should Google it.
I think it probably is, maybe.
Yeah, there's two Marys. I think it is Mary J. Blige. I should know this.
One of my favourite Mary tunes is All That I Can Say.
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah.
I love it.
I think it's produced by Lauryn Hill, I think, as well. That's like one of my top... Because when I heard the voice, I was thinking about All That I Can Say. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is Mary J. Blige. And I'm a bit disappointed in myself that I don't know this.
No, I've never heard of Mary Mary.
Really?
No.
I think this is like the main song that they've got.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they're an old school group.
Cool. Nice. Yeah, should we get into the next one?
Of course. This next song is Limbo by a person called Medulla.
Where do my limbs go in limbo? I'm living two lives trying to synchronize. Don't get me wrong, I'm a simple guy trying to find peace in a simple life. How do I know where my limbs reside? Living two lives trying to synchronize. Don't get me wrong, I'm a simple guy trying to find peace in a simple life. Hear he, the court's in order. I've got something to say. Tell your son, tell your daughter. I ain't gonna change myself, I'm not a damn contorter. You get with the program or you stay behind the border. That's an order from me. Cordially, I speak the Queen's English cause I'm royal to thee. And it's better when I cuss you in the language you speak, so you understand and overstand the message I mean monogamy has never been the one for me. I've always been in love with two lands from across the sea. I got him my home and you my harbour, forcing me to pick like it's would you rather. You see, you were my first love, idealistic. Can't see a future, but for now we're in sync. Loving you, it kinda felt naturalistic, but you knew we couldn't hack the distance. So I moved upstream to a different place, learned the ways of the land, got a different bay. Real soon, bare lies began to marinate. Luckily, I never bought the bait. Where do my limbs go in limbo? I'm living two lives trying to synchronize. Don't get me wrong, I'm a simple guy trying to find peace in a simple life. How do I know where my limbs reside? Living two lives trying to synchronize. Don't get me wrong, I'm a simple guy trying to find peace in a simple life. He said he'll meet me by the Zambezi. Cat's got my mother tongue, speaking isn't easy. I'm from the land where we grow hella green leaves, snakes in the grass, but they're literally beneath me. You see me, I'm a nomad in a teepee who found home in a program on the TV. Gone with the wind, John Cena won't see me. You need me, I'll be where the spirit leads me. Facts, gotta keep my heart and my home backpacked. Always feel alone in a room that's packed. It's just how it goes when your soul's got a past like that, and I only spit facts, so your girl never backtracks. You know, be like, damn, I should have listened in math class, counting up my money and it's coming in fast. This outcast got the last laugh. My way, this is no holds barred, and this is no old bars. This is Big M trying to tell you who I are. This is Big M driving in that new old car. And we're rolling, yeah, and we're rolling.
Alright, I'm just gonna go on to the next song.
You're listening to Mac Weather.
I know you got shit on your mind, boo. But times that by tens, what I'm going through. Got problems I can't even tell you. Got problems, but she don't even know. Man, she don't even know. I think I'm losing control. Man, she don't even know.
Still the reason I'm grinding late every evening. I'm at work, still ain't see her yet, but she been there when I'm free. When I need holding down, she know how to be her. I'm still on the other side of the city, but I'll be with her in a minute. All she needs to do is put on her headphones and press play on my email. That's the demo of my demons that she know how to be with. I'm bleeding semen slick this evening, but I'm feeling shit and she ain't even know this feeling. I'm just here to tell her this.
I know you got shit on your mind, boo, but times that by tens what I'm going through. Got problems I can't even tell you. Got problems, but she don't even know. Man, she don't even know. I think I'm losing control, but she don't even know. Yeah. Broke my heart a couple times like some China dishes. Now I'm trying to live my life. I know that you wish I could be by your side every day, every night. But we live different lives, different moods, different times. I'm not angry at you, got a million things to do. When I'm quiet or I'm mute, it's cause I'm halfway on the moon. But you're staring in my face, whilst my brain is up in space, listening to you complain. But I really just wanna say that I know you got shit on your mind, boo, on your mind. But times that by tens what I'm going through. Got problems I can't even tell you. Got problems, but she don't even know. Man, she don't even know. I think I'm losing control, but she don't even know. Yeah, she don't even know. Man, she don't even know. I think I'm losing control, but she don't even know. Yeah.
Baby, you know you still talking about me. Make assumptions cause you ain't around me. Sharing things you're afraid to tell me. No, I'm hurting cause you cannot help me. Oh. And I know you see me on the billboards. They gon' fuck you like I did you still, boy. I'm tired of the fighting, they don't understand. I'm trying to build a vision, you in Neverland.
So cool. That was She Don't Even Know by 9/8 Collective. And I wanted to go on my spiel about 9/8
Yeah.
because I think we have a mutual love in 9/8 Collective.
Yeah, yes, definitely. I listened to them like through college, like non-stop.
Me too.
Yeah.
Wait, how old are you? If you
21.
You're 21. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
22. We're like the same age group basically.
Yeah.
So like back in the day, like Lava LaRue was someone I listened to all the time, and I got introduced to 9/8 when I was in like year 10 or something. I remember going to like netball matches and like listening to 9/8. Like I didn't even have headphones. I'd listen through like my little iPhone 5 speaker.
Yeah.
And
we were like eating our curly chips.
Yeah.
Our curly fries at college, like listening to her.
So good. And then I did like a BBC introducing interview and spoke about how much I loved Lava, and then Lava literally followed me back on Instagram and has taken me completely under their wing. And even Big Pig now as well is just like so cool. Everyone's so nice, and it's just so strange having people that I literally used to look up to so much now just being my friend.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I didn't realise as well, like looking back on like that lecture EP that we were talking about from Lava LaRue, like how queer coded it was at the time.
Oh god, yeah.
Like I didn't realise, I just thought these songs, you know, when you're in college and you're just like, you're finally figuring out what you think about the world, like music wise, and not what you think that you should listen to. And yeah, I just didn't realise, now looking back, I'm like, all the like Lava's tunes were all heavily queer coded even before they like stepped into this like persona that they've got now, I guess.
Yeah. No, Lava's big gay.
Yeah.
Hey ho. All right. Anyway, this next song is Selfish by Little Sims.
I can't sleep at night. I don't wanna fight. My best friend is I'm so selfish.
Got a very big ego embedded in me, that's the heritage ego. And them hate, they ain't messing with the steez though. And now I'm here, can't entertain no bummy niggas. Need my nigga fresh in a tuxedo. Me and my Luke Cage steady blowing weed smoke. I'm a woman who could teach you a little something about class. Diamonds will forever be a girl's best friend. Everything's imperative for the way I live. I know it's material but not irrelevant. All this here is worked for, not inherited. Told myself I rate my niggas up but never did. Self-loving, need more self-loving. That's how it goes. They wanna know you when you're buzzing. The first things first, number one, I'm priority. Call it what you want, doesn't phase, doesn't bother me, honestly.
I can't sleep at night. I don't wanna fight. My best friend is I'm so selfish. Guess I'm in denial. Baby, I want you right. Heard it all my life. I'm so selfish. I'm so selfish. I'm so selfish.
Love and hate can never be friends. Don't rush everything in this divine time. I peeped, you couldn't handle a woman in my caliber. Had to let you mature like some fine wine. Yeah, no validation, no applause. You don't have to prove you got it when you know it's yours. I don't wanna feel disloyal for wanting to do me. Then you act brand new when I know the cause. Wait, call it what you like. Till now I'd never been the selfish type. Till now I'd never told nobody no. Don't get it twisted, this shit didn't happen overnight. Still, if your life is amazing when you get to fear, can't be concerned about what they're saying over there. I make it clear, don't be in and out about what you hear. They say I always get what I want and it isn't fair, but life isn't fair. Go.
I can't sleep at night. I don't wanna fight. My best friend is I'm so selfish. Guess I'm in denial. Baby, I want you right. Heard it all my life. I'm so selfish. I'm so selfish. I'm so selfish. Selfish, 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 selfish.
Tune.
Big tune.
Yeah.
Big tune.
We were talking about like, what was it? We were saying pop ambition, like
Mm.
hip hop with pop ambition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I think this song and actually this album by Little Sims does really well actually to achieve that. Reaches so many people, and I don't know if it's got to have won an award or a few, but it just does so well to reach everybody. So, yeah.
I think we were talking about Ray as well, weren't we? About like the kind of R&B and hip hop that's like on the level of like, what's the tune that Estelle did?
American Boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like on that level.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? It's like
Uh-huh.
it's commercial, but that's not what it's trying to be.
I've got to try and do that.
Yeah.
It's kind of what I'm trying to do actually.
Yeah.
To be honest, we're getting there.
Yeah.
Hey ho.
Nice.
Nice. All right. The next song is a bit of I think it went a bit viral on TikTok, but it's called "On My Mama" by Victoria Monet.
When they say she get it from her mama, I'ma say you fucking right. Body rude is unpolite. Don't be in a humble type. Tell me, is you down? Cause I'm trying to go up tonight. Hoes and hoochies left and right. I just wanna live in a fantasy. I think we deserve it right. Top of the memories I've ever made in my life. Permanent ecstasy. The ladies is pimps tonight. Living inside a dream. Let's lay where the love is like. I put that on my mama, on my hood. I look fly, I look good. You can't touch my bag. What you
could. I look fly, I look too good. Put that on my mama, on my hood. I look fly, I look good. You can't touch my bag, but you could. I look fly, I look too good. I'm so deep in my bag like a grandma with a peppermint. They say, oh, she smell good. That's just cause I'm heaven sent. Sex game goes stupid, snapping like a toothpick. Man, I tell the truth, your opinion is irrelevant. But I know you think I'm fine. Might be too fine to hit it from behind. Reflection in the mirror, don't decline. I can't even lie. I put that on my mama, on my hood. I look fly, I look good. You can't touch my bag, but you could. I look fly, I look too good. Put that on my mama, on my hood. I look fly, I look good. You can't touch my bag, but you could. I look fly, I look too good.
Tune.
Mega
Absolute
tune.
We get into next one.
Yeah. Cool. Wicked. This next one is New World Order by Jelani Blackman.
Tell them it's a new world order. Every number is a private caller. No one gets stopped at the border. Hey, fuck getting stopped in the corner. Tell them it's a new world order. Every number is a private caller. No one gets stopped at the border. Hey, fuck getting stopped on the corner. Hey. It's a new world, old ones dead bare. Co-conspirators, co-concepts, ayy. Ayy, mad at bang, stoke on trend, pro content. Looking like I don't know rent, never Clark Kent. See that mask red like Spidey. I don't give a fuck if you like me, lively. I'ma kill you all still smiley. Ayy, slyly, ayy, slyly. Fuck up like I'm Gorda. Whole world looking like a new order. Word spinning like a true author. Man, I just stepped out, that's all now, like slightly. Fuck up like I'm Gorda. Whole world looking like a new order. Word spinning like a true author. Man, I just stepped out. Tell them it's a new world order. Every number is a private caller. No one gets stopped at the border. Hey, fuck get stopped in the corner. Tell them it's a new world order. Every number is a private caller. No one gets stopped at the border. Hey, fuck get stopped on the corner. Hey, it's a new world, old world's done like bare inquisitors, leave man spun. Yo, looking like I just no funds, just no fun chatting, but they're just no fun. Come, step into the space I'm creating. We can leave the whole world waiting, patient, breathing alone and Beijing. Island, my combination, raging, blatant, fuck up the camcorder. Whole world looking like a new order, ayy. Yo, coming like a true author. Man, I just stepped out the zone, I like slightly. Fuck up the camcorder. Whole world looking like a new order. Words coming like a true author, ayy. Man, I just stepped out. Tell them it's a new world order. Every number is a private caller. No one gets stopped at the border. Hey, fuck get stopped in the corner. Tell them it's a new world order. Every number is a private caller. No one gets stopped at the border. Hey, fuck get stopped on the corner. Hey, tell them it's a new world.
Nice. Thank you for those tunes, Nat.
Very welcome.
I literally am going to listen to that Mary Mary one.
Do it.
Like on the way home. Yeah. So where can people find you?
So my name's Nat Oakes. You can find me on all streaming platforms. I love saying that.
Nice.
Spotify, Apple Music, or just Google me and I'm sure I'll come up.
Mm-hmm.
My Instagram is Nat Oakes with 2 S's. Yeah, that's me.
Cool. Have you got any gigs coming up?
I do. I'm supporting someone called Ruby on the 3rd of April at Studio 395.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also doing a Palestine fundraiser at the Plough.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is on the 13th of April.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm playing in London as well. So I've got quite a few.
I think there's, what was it? I think the most recent gig that I saw was like the Queer POC.
Yeah.
That's the 25th of April, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
in London.
Okay,
So if you're
right.
in London, come.
Cool.
But no stress if not.
Nice.
Sweet. Last song?
Yeah, I'm just going to say where they can find the show.
Nice.
So you can find the playlist, Nat's playlist and my playlist. You can find on at binky.elsbury after the show. Next week, I'm going to be talking about all things femme, all things dating, femme when dating men, heartbreaks and crushes. I feel like, yeah.
Gosh.
The music is going to be very different as well,
Yeah.
so don't expect 80s anthems.
Of course.
Nice. Yeah, should we play a tune?
Cool. This last song is Escapism by Ray and 070 Shake.
Nice.
Sleazing and teasing, I'm sitting on him. All of my diamonds are dripping on him. I met him at the bar, I was 12 or something. I ordered 2 more wines, cause tonight I want him. A little context if you care to listen. I find myself in a shit position. The man that I love sat me down last night and he told me that it's over, done decision. And I don't wanna feel how my heart is ripping. In fact, I don't wanna feel, so I stick to sipping. And I'm out on the town with a simple mission. In my little black dress and the shit is sitting. Just a heartbroken bitch, high heel, 6-inch in the back of the nightclub, sipping champagne. I don't trust any of these bitches I'm with. In the back of the taxi, sniffing cocaine. Drunk calls, drunk texts, drunk tears, drunk sex. I was looking for a man who was on the same page. Back to the intro, back to the bar, to the Bentley, to the hotel, to my old way. Cause I don't wanna feel how I did last night. I don't wanna feel how I did last night. Doctor, anything please. Doctor, have mercy on me. Take this pain away. Yes, give me my symptoms, doctor. I don't wanna feel. Took this joint, how I'm blowing this steam. Back to my ways like 2019. Or 24 hours since my ex did dead. I got a new man on me, it's about to get sweaty. Last night really was the cherry on the cake. Been some dark days lately and I'm finding it crippling. Excuse my state, I'm as high as your hopes that you'll make it to my bed, get me hot and sizzling. If I take a step back to see the glass half full, at least it's the Prada 2-piece that I'm tripping in. And I'm already acting like a dick, know what I mean? So you might as well stick it. Just a heartbroken bitch, high heel, 6-inch in the back of the nightclub, sipping champagne. I don't trust any of these bitches I'm with. In the back of the taxi, sniffing cocaine. Drunk calls, drunk texts, drunk tears, drunk sex. I was looking for a man who was on the same page. Back to the intro, back to the bar, to the Bentley, to the hotel, to my old way. Cause I don't wanna feel how I did last night. I don't wanna feel how I did last night. Anything please. Have mercy on me. Take this pain away. Yes, give me my symptoms, doctor. I don't wanna feel.
Yes, I don't wanna feel like I felt last night. I don't wanna feel like I felt last night. Yeah, peace with the things you can't change. I was naked when I leave and I was naked when I came. Out of reach, out of touch, too numb, I don't feel no way. So stuck, so what? Street small, but it go both ways. So, you're one, yeah, but you never escape. Sunset in the way.